We're on our way home from work, and I'm going to apologize in advance. It's cold weather. When it's cold weather, my Speedo is noisy until it kind of warms up, but I need to take the cable out and grease it. But kind of the point of this video is I'm going to change the channel name. You know, currently it's MJMComputers, and I feel like that's kind of I don't do as many computer videos, and so we're going to be changing it to MJM's Workshop, and I think that more encompasses a broader area of videos. You know, I can still have the computer videos, still have the automotive stuff, the tractor stuff. I feel like that all kind of fits under Workshop, whereas, you know, you look at MJMComputers and you expect it to be all technology videos, and you look at the recent uploads and they're mostly, you know, vehicles and tractors and stuff like that. So I've been thinking about it for a while, but kind of was trying to figure out a good name for it, and you know, I finally kind of came up with MJM's Workshop, and I feel like that can kind of, you know, it's broad. So I'm going to go ahead and give y'all kind of a history of the channel right now. It may get a little lengthy, so if you want to tune out now, you can. The main purpose of this video was just to announce the name change, and now I'm kind of going to give a history of the video, or of the channel, and you know, how it started, and kind of how it's evolved with my the work that I do. So when I started the channel, I actually had my own IT company called MJMComputers. And so when I started a YouTube channel, it made sense to just go ahead and name it MJMComputers. And MJM, that's my initials. So when I started my company, I needed a name, and I was like, okay, MJMComputers, there we go. You know, I did mainly small business support. I did some home user support, mainly just for, you know, individuals that worked for some of the companies that I did business for. I didn't really like doing home users just because the hours normally were difficult, because they normally would work, and so they were wanting you to come to their house like at 6 o'clock in the evening. I'm wanting to be going home at 6 o'clock in the evening. And then they normally didn't want to pay, you know, what businesses will pay. And, you know, it's the same work, you know. I'm doing the same thing, but the home users don't want to pay it, you know, whereas, you know, a business understands the cost of IT work. Home users, you know, they're used to, you know, taking their computer into Best Buy and getting it fixed cheap or whatever. And you know, I had enough business work that I really didn't need the home user work, and it was normally virus cleanups anyway, and that's normally time consuming, and, you know, I don't want to say it's not worth the effort, but you could spend several hours cleaning up viruses, and there's no way anybody's going to want to pay, you know, 2 to 3 hours worth of cleanup on a PC. You know, when you're charging $100 an hour, that was most of what I was charging for a business, and you're cleaning up a virus-infected PC for a home user, and it takes you 3 hours to clean it up. They're not going to want to pay $300 to get their PC cleaned up. You know, you're going to end up having to charge them, you know, $100 or so, you know, to clean up a virus. You know, in the businesses, you just didn't run into those issues as much, because most of the businesses that I did work for I'm in there and I'm making sure that they stay up to date on their virus software, you know, that they're running scans, and so you just don't run into that stuff as often. So like I said, mainly small businesses, but the downside to that is, you know, when there's an issue, they want it fixed. You know, if something goes down, they want it fixed. You know, and I did workstation support, I did servers, I did networking. So pretty much if they have the companies I supported, if they have any IT issues, you know, they're calling me. I didn't have any employees under me or anything, and so you know, my cell phone was the business phone. You know, I would get calls weekends, you know, late at night, you know, with issues, and have to resolve them, you know, if they were truly down. And so it made vacations more difficult. I did have a guy I did work with. He had his own company too. You know, we would help support each other. You know, so if I did want to take a vacation, you know, and there were any issues, you know, he could take care of them. But normally I would try to get everything stable enough, you know, not plan any, you know, PC upgrades, anything like that, any of the normal stuff for while I was gone, and which also meant that while I'm on vacation, I'm not getting paid. So, you know, and benefits back then were more expensive for self-employed, and taxes were tough. So, you know, I was getting burned out on it, and I had a really good job offer, and I took it, and I closed down my business. And, you know, I haven't looked back. It's been great for me. You know, I love what I do. It's IT as well, so I do pretty much the same thing I did, and I get, well, I'm not out driving around. You know, that's the other thing. I drove around like crazy, put tons of miles on driving around to businesses. You know, I work for a business. I'm not consulted out or anything like that. I'm, you know, on staff IT support for the business that I work for. The business itself isn't an IT related company, you know, but we have a IT staff. So the downside for YouTube on that, though, is that I can't video, you know, my job anymore. Whereas before, you know, I could take work home when I had my own company and, you know, do videos of the repairs and stuff. Now I can't do that. So you don't see as many IT videos. You see the computers you see me working on are, you know, my personal computers. And so, you know, for channel material, it has gone from heavily IT material to mostly you know, cars and trucks and tractors, you know, the stuff I like doing in my spare time. You know, I spend the week working on PCs and servers and everything, and on the weekends, you know, I want to work on other stuff, you know, so, you know, I've got project vehicles, stuff like that. And so the channel has kind of evolved as, you know, I guess my work has changed, you know, and where I always had computer stuff, I've always got IT stuff going on. It's just I can't video the stuff in my daily job, you know, it's just not possible. So you know, there always will be videos. I've got our IT videos. I've got a few that will be uploaded soon, and we will I'm in the process of editing those now, so I'll get those edited and uploaded. And then we've always got our project vehicles, so the content of the channel is not going to change from how it has been for the past few years. I took this job almost 6 years ago, so for the past 6 years, the content has been less IT, less IT related videos and more, vehicles and tractors and stuff like that. So it'll continue in that direction, and as I get PCs, I still work on a few, family stuff like that. So some of that stuff, I'll make videos of and upload them, or my personal stuff, or the kids, or whatever. But it'll still be heavily computers, or heavily other things. So anyway, just kind of a history of the channel, my work and everything. Just kind of wanted to fill y'all in on why the content on the channel has changed over the years. Most of the people watching this have probably subscribed within the past 6 years, so they're probably used to the videos being more of the computer, or I keep saying that, more of the automotive and tractors and stuff like that, and not the IT related videos. So anyway, but if you look back at my older videos, it's mostly IT videos, and that originally was what the channel started out as, but like I said, it has changed over time, and it'll, at least for now, continue in the same direction it's been going for the past 6 years. So I guess that about wraps it up. So MJMComputers changing to MJM's Workshop. So thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. And if you've got any types of videos you'd like to see, feel free to suggest them. I don't know that I'll be able to make them, but I'm always open for suggestions. So again, thanks for watching.